Howdy. Welcome to Do Not Talk, broadcasting live on all the different media platforms. And there's a reason I like to introduce you to people who are making things happen, who are getting things done, things that are happening, because we all like to be a part of something that is building and growing. And that is why I want to introduce you to Denise Aguilar. She's going to be on the big show at rumble.com/do not talk, but that's going to be a couple of weeks away. Why I wanted to have her on right now, though, is because this coming Thursday, she's going to be a guest speaker at an event that I would really encourage you to go to if you're in Central California area, talking about especially Fresno, Hanford, Visalia, Madera, wherever you happen to live around there. Chowchilla, worth the drive. It's a great lunch. It's a great event. It's called Liberty Lunch. My friend Patty Casio has been one of the people instrumental in making this happen. And I just got a hold of her and said, Patty, let me help you promote this. I mean, even this is all over the world, basically, but you just never know. Even if one more person shows up at that lunch, that Liberty lunch, it's worth it. And especially if you get to meet Denise Aguilar. Hello, my friend.
Hi, how are you?
I'm borderline amazing. So let me introduce you to you real quick why I know and why I'm impressed with Denise and why I wanted you to meet her. She and her friend Tara started this group called Freedom Angels. They're the classic example of the Moms for Liberty, the American Moms, Moms for America. All those started because of COVID. When we were on lockdown and the children were being forced to sit in front of a computer and not interact with anyone other than just watch that screen and get indoctrinated, spoon fed a whole lot of crap. Moms like Denise walking by, I'm like, sorry, what did they just say? What did I just hear? What did I just see? No, this is not happening. And then they started showing up to school board meetings. Lo and behold, things started happening. Then dads were getting involved, thank God, and going, what? No, this can't be happening. This can't be real. And now we're flipping school boards, Denise.
I know, isn't it great? I
Yeah.
love to see the families involved in education, and it's time that we take it back.
Amen. I feel badly because I was raised by a single mom. Me and my brother. She could have never afforded taking us to any kind of private school, any kind of even a charter school, if there was such a thing then. It was public school for us. But public schools, even though obviously they've been indoctrination mills now for decades, taught by people who are just best way to describe them are communists. Mm-hmm. And they know this is part of the Communist Manifesto. This is part of any socialist network. The Nazis, of course, which was socialism. The Hitler Youth. You get, if you Mao Zedong in China, you get the children and their minds. You can flip a nation in 1 or 2 generations.
Yeah,
that's absolutely the goal. That's the Communist Manifesto. So all of a sudden, COVID lockdown, one of the only things good from all of that was orchestrated and manufactured to bring down President Trump. I'm quite convinced of that. The only positive thing about it was that you started seeing what they were actually teaching in schools, the stuff that was being hidden from us. What was your first catalyst? What was your moment, Denise?
For homeschooling? And first, I just want to, I look like this because I'm homeschooling today. I have homeschooled.
You look great to everybody. Quit it.
My son has never been in public school because he is not allowed. They took away his right to public education because he's not vaccinated. So I decided, well, I'm glad that he's not allowed in public school. What they're teaching is garbage. They're lying to children. They're telling them they're born in the wrong body. They're telling them parents are dangerous. They're keeping secrets. They even have secret closets where children can come to school and dress as the opposite sex. I'm glad my kids does not go to public school. And so with that, I'm in Stockton where we don't have a lot of resources for public school. We're all working class families, really hard. It is definitely a sacrifice to homeschool. But what we did here is we gave resources, because it's not enough to just tell parents to homeschool. They need resources, they need tools, they need help. And so we created a homeschool co-op with my church, and we have about 100 children who are signed up from preschool to high school. I'm the high
Awesome.
school debate teacher.
Excellent.
But all the parents chip in and we help teach each other's children, because this is the true definition of it takes a village. I can't wait until I see the public school system crumble and these homeschool co-ops and enrichment centers start popping up all over the country. I am here for it. That is my main thing, is to get these kids out of the public school system.
It should have never gotten to this point to begin with. It has turned into a socialist training facility. That is from cradle to grave. They want to take care. The government's going to take care of you. One world government stuff is what this is all ultimately leading to. And the fact that so few people would look at you and me, Denise, and go, conspiracy theorists. Oh, they're crazy. Oh, homeschooler. Oh, what a nut. Oh, their kids will never be normal. What do you classify as normal? Every single homeschool kid as an adult I've ever known has been brilliant and can have a conversation on any level. Is that your experience?
Oh, my 9-year-old, he can hold conversations with adults. We're sitting around the dinner table talking about inflation. He knows how the government works. He knows branches of government. He knows how to write in cursive. He knows how to balance a checkbook, and he's creating his own business. My goal is for my children to not be slaves to the system. I want them to be entrepreneurs. I want them to have access to their own money and business and be able to work from home if they want to and homeschool their kids. And my son, he is just a shining example of how I wanted to raise my kids. And he loves it. You know, we have children from all over Stockton here at this co-op. And it's just a really great opportunity to see kids learn and to watch them grow. Because I sent my older kids to public school. I couldn't even help them with their homework because I had no idea what they were teaching them. And now, after the lockdowns, parents really saw what kind of education is being pushed. And now we're seeing the push of, you know, the child indoctrination to make them believe that boys can be girls and girls can be boys. And I hear it very often. People say, your homeschool kids are going to be weird. Well, your public school kids are, you know, defecating in cat litter boxes at school. So I'm glad my kid is that kind of weird. I'm not down for having my son being taught that he's a furry.
He's a furry. Exactly right. I've heard that argument many times when I brought it up when I was on the radio and so on. Oh, they just never, they don't know how to interact with society. With this society, you're absolutely right. Is that
Thank
the
God.
same? Oh, by the way, another similar response is whenever I hear anyone on the left going, "Well, you're gonna destroy democracy." Fantastic, because that's not what we are.
We're a
We're a
republic.
constitutional republic. Exactly. So you bet I want to destroy democracy. That's not what we're supposed to be, and that's not what made us great. You dumb. Sorry. Sorry. I was about to really get worked up there. Let's talk about what you're doing now, because you started Freedom Angels. And I've seen you at the Capitol building in Sacramento. I've seen you there arguing against bills, standing up to demonic things like Scott Wiener and saying, no, we're not going to do this. We don't agree with this. And you bring people in force, you bring people in mass. It's the Freedom Angels who have done such great work but as you've seen, when they dominate an entire state like the left does here, they're going to do what they want anyway, aren't they?
They will try. And, you know, it's up to us to get involved and to really participate in politics. We can't just vote people in anymore and think they're going to do the best job they can. It really affects them when people in their district show up to the events, show up in their district offices, and not allow them to be comfortable in your silence anymore. This is the year that we're going to take back our state, and we go district by district. Register to vote, vote in the primaries. When, you know, I'm running for California Assembly District 13, that's Stockton, Lathrop, Tracy, Mountain House. With my canvassing events, I have registered to vote. I have signed the ballot petition to end child sterilization. we are going to try to get people out to vote for the primaries, because this year California is really counting on having some change. Otherwise, they're going to run us over.
She has taken it to the next level. She's never run for any office like that. She had no interest. When you hear her story, when she's on my big show coming up in a couple of weeks at rumble.com/do not talk, there's another plug. You're going to hear some of her story, and it's not a pretty one. It's a terrible one considering where you are now. That's all God. That's all God that you're even breathing now, sister.
I never expected to even make it to this age. That's how rough my childhood was. I never expected to be in a place that I was alive and thriving and married and have my kids. That is not the life that I had as a young adult. And now I'm I'm at the Capitol, California Capitol, fighting the real gang members. These are the real gangsters
Right.
who are in our Capitol building, who are trying to run us over, trying to take our kids, and trying to tell people and create this narrative that families are dangerous and they basically should be abolished, that the state needs to raise our kids and they can do a better job. I don't think so. I didn't survive the streets of Stockton so I can have my kids taken away by Scott Wiener.
I just think you're so extraordinary. And I'm really, really proud of you for actually stepping up and running for office, because it's easy. I've had people ask me, Charlie, how come you don't run for office? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just introducing you to the good people who are. I can't even imagine it. And what a daunting task. And you need money. And oftentimes you have your central committees, you're in San Joaquin County, right? San Joaquin County GOP, and you have a great California Republican Assembly there in San Joaquin County as well, Jim Shoemaker. Um, the reality is, though, a lot of people like you who don't have a track record of being a politician or running for office, oftentimes your own central committees will ignore you. They
Well,
won't help you. They
thankfully,
won't get behind you financially either.
it's hard with the finances. I have been endorsed by the Republican Central Committee for San Joaquin County. It's been and tonight I'm being endorsed by Impact Republicans here in Stockton. So they are getting behind me, but this is going to take a lot of money to run against the political machine of the Dems, the California Teachers Association, and Planned Parenthood. It's going to be impossible to raise the amount of money that they can pour into this race. But with grassroots efforts, I mean, I was able to get my signs, and those are not cheap. Get my signs, get my business cards, get my flyers within the first 2 weeks of me running. So there is support. I have support around the country. People have seen the work that I do at the Capitol. They have seen the work I do at local district offices. Tara, my partner, has been brilliant in strategy, and we've been able to pass resolutions here in San Joaquin County that ban the vaccine passport after a Republican in California introduced the bill. So we have done a lot of work at local levels, and I'm ready to take this to the state. They're not going to scare me away from this. I'm not going to bend to their game. I'm ready to roll in there, troll them, and let them know parents have their voice at the political seat now. I'm not going to stop.
Fantastic. You got to help her, please. Even if you're not in her district, we need to rally behind people like Denise. We need to give to their campaign. Don't give to your central committees. Don't give to the California GOP. Don't give that circus of clowns a dime. Give it, if you're going to do anything, to your county GOP, or directly to the candidate. I really believe now that is absolutely the best way.
Yeah.
Local action equals national impact. Local action equals national impact. This is how we're going to truly change California. If there is any hope of rescuing this state, it's with people like Denise Aguilar. And your website is Denise 4 Assembly 13, because that's your district. Denise 4, the number 4, Denise 4 Assembly 13.com.
Yeah. And I know I don't look like your everyday politician. People get a little bit like, well, you have a lot of tattoos and you have this and your makeup and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I never expected to be a politician. I never ran for this. My lifestyle from as a young kid did not steer me in this direction. But I can promise you one thing: they will not scare me to trade horse trade our children's rights, the rights of our small businesses, the rights of our farmers, the rights of the people. I cannot be scared away from this. I have been doing this for almost a decade. And even though the tattoos are showing and my makeup is not your everyday politician, I think it's time to get everyday politicians out of office. They have destroyed our state, they have destroyed our nation, and I'm ready to go in there and course correct. Let's get men out of women's prisons. Let's stop with this indoctrination for children, making them believe that they were born in the wrong body. I'm ready to take this on, and I'm ready to play this political game and put some course correction back in our state.
Course correction. I love it. You want to meet Denise in person. You want to shake her hand, look her in the eye, and see exactly how real she is. This is not a put on. This is not a show. This is her. And you've got to meet her this coming Thursday. It's going to be is it in Clovis?
It is. It's going to be at 1123 Railroad Avenue in Clovis on the 17th. That's tomorrow. And it starts at 12. And then I'm going to be again at Kings River Conservatives at Schoolhouse Restaurant at 1018 South Frankwood in Sanger, California at 6:30. So we have a full day of talking about California politics, homeschooling. That is my jam. If you have any questions on how to homeschool, I will be happy to help. We help people create co-ops and enrichment centers across the nation. And I'm going to have a register to vote. And one of the most important petitions, ballot petitions in the nation right now, drafted by protectkidsca.com. Now, if we can get this on the ballot for voters, then we will end the child sterilization in California. And that was signed into law by Gavin Newsom under SB 107. So we have an amazing initiative. We can send a message to the entire nation and to Gavin Newsom that California legislators have not represented us, and we need to protect the children in the nation.
You're working with Jonathan Zachrisson there, and I love that. It's protectkidsca.com.
Correct.
Yes,
we're
working
.org.
Is it .org?
.com. We're working really closely with Erin Friday. She's the attorney that drafted
Love
it.
her.
And
Love her.
so we have a lot of good stuff happening here. Like we talked about yesterday, there is hope for California. Do not feel like they have taken our state yet. This land grab is not done. So we are ready to put in some.
Denise, we have to.
Yes.
I've heard so many people in media, they always use the same catchphrase every election season. Oh, this is the most important election in our lifetime. And I was like, okay, yeah, all right. It's important, but in our lifetime, well, this one is.
It is. It's very important. And
a third of the state, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to get this out. A third of the state claims to be Christian. Only about 40% of them are even registered to vote.
Go to your churches.
This is
register.
a huge dereliction of duty.
Yeah, and a lot of it is people feel defeated. They feel like no matter what we do, we're not going to be heard. Don't let people take your voice away. Don't let them take your vote away. Go to your churches, talk to your pastors, register people to vote, have a booth, and start talking to the community. We have hope here. We're not going to let this the moms here are so done with the kind of extremism that these politicians have put forward. So I'm excited. There's hope here. We're going to keep working, and I'm not going to just stand by and let them do this to our kids.
And if you're not registered, please do that now. It's not too late. You can do it online. In California, it's real easy. registertovote.ca.gov. That's registertovote.ca.gov, because we're just over 6 weeks away, Denise. You realize that? Before the March 5th primary.
Crunch time. My opponents are going around canvassing saying Democrat for California. Well, I created a large foam poster that shows exactly the Democratic bills that have been passed in California. And once people see that, and when they realize what they have voted for, I think we're all going to find common ground that it's been too extreme. We need something different.
We need a lot of things different, and we'll start with you, Denise Aguilar.
I hope.
And that's tomorrow. You're going to be in Clovis, and then out in Sanger. Let's go to your. Is that on your website? If we go to your website to get all the details on it, because we want to show up.
Yep, the flyer will be posted within the hour. Just got it. So it'll be put up on my website, Denise, the number 4 assembly13.com.
There you go. May God bless you and keep you, my friend, and keep you safe and your family safe, because you've got a whole lot of people right now who would love to see you go away.
They would love it. I haven't went away for 10 years. I'm not going anywhere now.
Awesome. She's fantastic, right? Thank you again for being with us. And I'm Charlie Simons. This is Do Not Talk. And you want to get involved with what we're doing, you want to help out, you can do that at do-not-talk.com, where if you click on the store, you can get yourself one of these shirts, God Family Country, or one of these big 15-ounce mugs right here. Woo! You'll be helping this ministry stay on the air. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your help. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless America, but most importantly, may America bless God.